Hello. Today we're going to talk about traveling, and specifically we're going to talk about air traveling, okay? As you guys know, I have a couple videos on maps of the world, of countries in North America, Central America, South America. I have yet to venture out to the European, Asian, and African side. I have yet. But I've been traveling to like the Cancun area for 7 years. I have a couple videos of that area too. And this is some things that I've learned traveling. And I wanted to share that with you guys. A teaching moment with Eileen. Hi, my name's Eileen Felix. I'm a mom. I am a Latina. I am a first generation. I am no sabo kid. No sabo. But I am learning to saber. Okay, guys? And so I like to do arts and crafts and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to show you guys a couple things today. Alright? Traveling air. So some of the things that I learned is that there's a lot of rules when it comes to traveling. You know, you might be looking this up if you're under, you know, you're a teenager, you're in your early 20s, if it's your first time traveling, you know, no judgment, right? We all had our first time. My first time traveling, I was flued out to San Francisco from LA. And because I didn't know that you had to be at the airport 2 hours before your flight, I missed it, and the guy had to rebook it for me for a later time because my dumbass didn't know that. My parents have never been on a flight with me. We never had an airplane like ride. Like, nobody taught me that there are certain things you have to do, like carry-on and luggage and under 50 pounds, and you have to check in, and you have to have a boarding pass, and you have to be there 2 hours before, but you can't you can take snacks, but you can't take bottles of water through security check, and then if you get water, they make you throw it away, and then you have to buy water again after, and it's like, there's just like so many little rules, a lot of rules. And so I'm trying to make this light and just kind of, you know, show you guys what's up. So this is about air travel today, and this is a boarding pass, right? So wherever you go, whether it's a domestic flight or, because we're here, we have domestic flight or international flights. So a domestic flight is in the US, and a international flight is out of US. And if you're traveling in the US, which is called domestic, you can use your ID. You don't need a passport, okay? You do not need a passport to go from like New York to LA, LA to Miami, Miami to Texas, Texas to Florida, Washington, you know, I wanted to say that, what is it called? Port, I can't remember the name right now. Oh my god, I'm like blanking out. So sorry, the Pisces brain. Yeah, if you want to go to Nebraska, meet your grandma out there. If you want to go to Virginia, our founding fathers' home. You want to go to New York, see the Statue of Liberty. You want to go to San Francisco, the Bay Area. But you're from the U.S., you're in the U.S., you don't need a passport, okay? You just need a ID. I think you can even use a Mexican ID. I think. It's kind of dicey if you go to somewhere like Texas or the South. But you just need a ID, a state ID. And then international, out of the U.S., even if it's right here in Canada, even if it's right here in, if you're flying, remember this is air travel, flying, airplane. you need a passport. So a passport is not that expensive. It's like under $150. You do need a couple things for a passport. Let me see. For a passport, it's like under 150, I think. And this is 2023, right? So from what I know, it's under 120. You can get the card and the book. The book is needed for when you go out internationally. The card, you use it when you cross the border. I have both. It's good to have both, right? To get a passport, you need a birth certificate. If you are a naturalized citizen, you need the naturalization papers. That's for my raza out there. Necesitas tus papeles. Necesitas tus papeles, güey. And then you need, I think you need 2 photos, passport photos, which you can get at CVS, you could get at Walgreens, or passport photos place near you. And I'm from California. Okay, if you don't have a CVS in your state, my bad. If you don't have a Walgreens in your state, my bad. These are just pharmacy stores, local pharmacy that prints photos near you. Okay? My bad, guys. I'm from California. And then I know YouTube reaches out all over the world. My phone just died, but I'm pretty sure you need your social. Right? And I think you need something else. I wanted to say ID, like some sort of identification. Right? And then nowadays, to get an ID, you need a bill under your name and your address, because they want to make sure you live there. So that's a whole other thing. Getting an ID is a whole other thing. Okay. And the reason I'm sharing this is because nobody told me any of this. Like I said, I'm first generation, no sabo kid. My parents didn't even speak Spanish to me. Pero estoy aprendiendo. I'm learning after, leaving my parents' house at 18. So, I had to learn all this stuff on my own. And like I said, that guy had to buy me a whole new ticket, or had to change my ticket. I don't even know if it cost him anything. He was really mad at me when we had to change it when I was like 21, and he flew me out to San Fran. So that's the passport part. Back to the boarding pass. So you're gonna you're gonna buy a ticket online. I don't even know if you can get it at the airport. I should have done more research for this video. I just started making it. You use a credit card or debit card to buy a ticket online, right? You can use, the actual airline that you want to use, or you could just use Google and then look up the cheapest flight for where you want to go, But here's the thing, you also need to look for your seats when you book it. What seat are you more comfortable with? Or you want the seat by the window? Do you want the seat in the middle? Or do you want the seat on the edge next to the aisle? If you're someone who needs to use the restroom a lot, I would definitely recommend the aisle seat. For me, I get really nervous and I drink a lot of water. And apparently people get dehydrated when you're flying. So because of the elevation, our bodies I guess, process or lose more water. So I always freaking need to go pee. So I like to be on the aisle or the middle one. I don't like being on the window seat because I'm always telling everybody to get up. The seats are small. If you get, first class, there's more room, more space, but the price is more expensive, obviously. First class, like we always hear about it in movies and stuff, first class is more expensive. And then arrive at the airport. Okay, tips and tricks to arrive at the airport. Like I said, I messed up the first time. You need to get there 2 hours before. All right, so let's look at my boarding pass. And my boarding pass has all the information. So it says right here, 5:50 p.m. was the departure. I went from Cancun to destination Los Angeles. So I was coming back home. Okay. DL614, this is the flight number, right? So sometimes when you get there 2 hours before, they don't know where the plane is yet because the plane hasn't arrived from wherever it's coming from. Because a lot of these planes, they jump from place to place to place to place. So for example, this one probably came from somewhere else. It arrived in Cancun. It unloaded everybody from the plane, and then they drove around the airport to find a spot for the plane for people to board, a boarding sorry guys, I was stumbling over my words. It's boarding gate. It literally says it right here. Boarding gate. Okay, so you arrive at the airport 2 hours before, right? You can check in on your phone now, which is pretty cool. So you can go through the pre-check-in line, which is, I realized, shorter than the non-check-in line because you could do it on the app now. You could do it on your phone, on the app of the airline that you're going through. You're going to fly with. For example, Delta Airlines, it says right here, this is the flight DL614 operated by Delta Airlines. Okay, I know this is a lot to look at when you're first flying and you're first going out there, and it's nerve-wracking and there's a lot going on, there's a lot of people, everyone's running around. Traveling is very stressful. It can be if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know where you're going and you don't know what to expect. This is why I make these videos, a teaching moment with Eileen, because I want to give you guys some sort of resource, and I want to give you some knowledge that maybe your parents didn't, because my fucking parents didn't. No offense, they didn't. Sorry mom, sorry dad, but they didn't. They didn't really prepare for me for this kind of stuff. And the Jaguar Society, which is what I'm trying to, create, is a way for young people or people who just never got to explore the world to really go out there, and it's so nice when you start traveling. People love it, you just got to get out of that fear, and you got to get out of that ignorant mindset, because ignorance is choosing not to learn, right? That's what ignorant means. Choosing not to learn, and this is us learning, and this is us choosing to learn. So thank you for being here. Make sure to subscribe, comment, and let me know where you're traveling and if this video helped. So you're gonna check in and you're gonna go to the Delta Airlines, right? Because that's what this ticket is for. That's what we're flying with. And you're gonna go to their check-in area and you're gonna print out the boarding pass. That's what this is, the boarding pass. You're gonna take your luggage, you're gonna take your carry-on, and this is where we're going to explain it, okay? So nowadays I've noticed that when you buy a ticket somewhere, before you used to include the luggage as long as it was under 50 pounds, and they used to include a carry-on, like a backpack. You could carry on to the plane. That's what it's called, carry-on. You carry it onto the plane. I know a lot of this stuff is like, duh. But for people who've never traveled, how are you supposed to know? You're not gonna know because you've never traveled. Okay? Just like I never traveled like that, so I didn't know. Alright? There's nothing wrong with asking questions. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. You just don't know, okay? Okay, but nowadays, it's extra money. I noticed. You know? Well, my ticket to Cancun and Los Angeles cost like $650, something like that. Even though I got it months ahead, thinking that it was going to be better for me getting it months ahead. And plus luggage was $35 each time that I checked in. I had to pay $35, and the carry-on backpack, I paid for that also, not realizing that I thought when I paid for the carry-on, I thought I was paying for the luggage, but no, I was paying for the damn carry-on. So they don't include any of this stuff anymore, okay? But now you have to pay for extra, depending on the airline and where you're flying with, right? So you go to get the boarding pass, but before you do that, you have to get this from a kiosk. This guy right here. Look, it's full of hair and stuff. So this long sticker is for your luggage. And the reason I kept it since almost 2 months ago is so I can show you guys when I make this video. So this thing, when you go to the kiosk, there's like 8 kiosks before you check in. Before you get your boarding pass, you need to get this for the luggage, okay? So what this is that it has your confirmation code, which was HATFOB for me. It has the date that you're flying. It has the number of your flight. Okay. And it's pretty much, here it is, DL0614, the date and the time. I'm going the destination to LAX, to Los Angeles, right? Because I was going from Cancun to Los Angeles. DL614, DL614, okay? Delta, right? Because I'm going through Delta, right? So this thing goes around the handle of your luggage, and it goes like this. You put it around the handle of your luggage. Now, when it comes to luggage, I definitely recommend to put some stickers on that shit, to put like a little bow, to put like a scarf, to put like something on your luggage so that when you see it coming, when you pick it up, you recognize that it's yours. Because so many people get their luggage from the same places and they all look the same. Black ones look the same, different chromes look the same, they all look the same. So what I did was I wrapped around this little scarf around my handle so that when I saw my luggage coming, I knew it was mine. And I also take a picture of my luggage because last year it was lost. That's a whole nother video I can make on how to deal with lost luggage, because that was a fucking nightmare. I did get paid for it at least. And that's what's going to help you find it, you know, when you pick it up faster, easier, right? Because then you're picking up a black luggage thinking it's yours, and it's not yours. It says someone else's name. Always check if it's not your luggage, okay, guys? Don't want to take other people's luggage. That's what happened to me. They took my luggage. So first, let's go over again, okay? Sorry if I confused you. You buy the ticket online. Use a credit card preferably, because in case something happens, you need insurance. It's easier to get your money back through a credit card, and it's just, you know, it just makes things easier. You can use a debit card as well. use Google to look up, check the cheapest flights. You're gonna add a luggage. You're gonna add a carry-on, if that's what you're gonna take. Some people take extra luggage. Some people want, the stuff they take is over 50 pounds. If you have a weight at home, I would suggest weigh your luggage. If you do not have a weight at home, you can buy a luggage weight at CVS, at Walgreens, at your local pharmacy that has like stuff like that. Department stores or whatever. You can look it up on Amazon, a luggage weight to check how far, how heavy it is. Because if you go over the 50 pounds, you're going to have to pay extra for that, okay? Just letting you know. I don't know why you would be carrying more than 50 pounds anyway. My luggage was always like 35. At most 40 when I brought stuff back. That was like alcohol and stuff. You need to arrive at the airport 2 hours before your departure time. Okay? Okay? Like literally in the door. Right? So my departure time was 5:50. So I had to be there at 3:50. The latest. Okay? Because here's the thing. You had to go through security to your boarding gate, find the airline, Delta Air, find the gate, and the start boarding, like 30 minutes. Over here, it said boarding time 4:55. So the boarding is an hour before departure. Because, they got like 150, 300 people getting on the damn airplane. People take their sweet ass time, guys. It's very frustrating. It's a lot going on. People are hungry. People are thirsty. People are running around. People are exhausted. People get lost. People get confused. There's language barriers. If you've never done it before, you don't know what the hell you're doing. People are nervous. People are scared, right? So, it takes an hour to just get on the damn airplane. That's what I'm trying to say. So you have to be there minimum 2 hours before. Sometimes I even had them tell me 3 hours. I was like, damn, okay. Especially if it's a big airport, you're going to have to go through a lot just to get to your boarding gate. Okay? So once you get in, you find Delta, you check in, right? And they're going to tell you, well, do you have luggage? And you're going to be like, yeah. And then they're going to take you to the kiosk, and they're gonna recommend, okay, we'll go to the kiosk, get your luggage weighed, because that's what the kiosk does. It weighs the luggage for you. It prints out this handy dandy, this is who I belong to. I belong to Felix Eileen at the confirmation number, on Delta, and she's going to LAX, and this is her flight. You put this onto the handle. They're gonna teach you a little bit. It's kind of tricky because look, it says expose to remove adhesive. So right here, you take it off. It's like a double-sided tape. See, it's like this. But on this side, you take off this side, and then you stick it onto the other side. Because they need to see the bars to scan it, and they need to see who it belongs to and where's it going, right? And then you go to get your boarding they're gonna print this out at the kiosk that weighs the luggage. They're gonna print this out. You're gonna take this and your luggage, and you're gonna check in to the front desk where their people are there, and they're gonna turn in your luggage. They're going to take your luggage, put it on the ramp that's moving, and they're going to take it to the airplane, okay? And you're going to have your carry-on backpack. You're going to take that with you. You're going to go through security. Like I said, no liquids, no water. Ever since 9/11, we cannot take it through security. They will make you throw it away. Okay? And then you're going to find your flight number, DL614, on those TVs. to find out your gate. Sometimes I'll get to the airport, it doesn't even freaking have the gate number yet on the boarding pass. So you had to look at those TVs that'll say like, oh, destination Los Angeles, flight number DL614, Delta, you are on unknown. It'll say unknown, departure gate unknown. And then you wait like till like the hour before, or like an hour and a half before, and then you see, oh, it updated, it's to the Delta C11 departure gate, because they finally figured out which gate they're going to be in. Okay, these are all everything's in motion. Everything's in motion. People are coming in, people are flying in, people are leaving, people are trying to get to where they're going, people are nervous, you know, they haven't eaten, they're stressed, they're dehydrated, because apparently air travel makes you dehydrated. So you just have to be patient, you know. Patience is a virtue. Number one tip I can give you during air travel, right? Patience. Okay? These are my tips. My end of video tips. Patience. Keep documents like your passport, like your boarding pass, near, like a pocket, like, you know, and if you have like a fanny pack, if you have, you know, your carry-on, put it in the outside pocket, you know, so that you can have it near, because you're always whipping it out, like literally, like you're always, when you go through security, you need to show them your boarding pass. When you get, sometimes there's a second security to the freaking gates to make sure that you're in the right place. There, you're gonna show them your boarding pass and your and your passport and your ID. And then when you get to board the plane at 4:55, you need the boarding pass and you need to show them your passport. Okay, that's how it is. Don't get frustrated. Don't get, why I don't have to show. I already showed this to 3 other people, because that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. That's procedure. Okay. Follow procedure. You do not want to be blacklisted. Just do what, and if you don't know what to do, ask. Okay? That's what I'm here for. Ask. Alright. Also, big tip, eat. Okay? You need to eat. You need to drink water. Okay? You want to take a little bit of edge off, have a little drink, fine. But make sure to drink water after, because you don't want to be that drunk person on the plane that's like losing their shit and on TikTok and World Star and stuff. Okay? Oh, you can have snacks in the carry-on. Snacks. Okay? And I even bring activities. Honestly, I bring my coloring book. I bring my my color pencils. I bring my book to read. I even bring a notebook, because you know what? Traveling to me always inspires me to write. I always meet interesting people. I always have something to write down, things to remember, right? Bring your charger. Obviously for like your phone and stuff, you're gonna need a charger. You can even bring a battery pack. Sometimes it's hard to find places to charge your phone because everyone else is already charging it. Let's see. If you get cold, bring a little blanket. These are things to make this more comfortable for you, so that you can go as relaxed as possible. Okay? Another thing is, like, if you're freaking out, you're gonna make other people freak out, and it's like they're already scared. People don't know how to control themselves. So just do everything you can to make yourself comfortable, right? I have not traveled with my kid yet, but for kids, I would definitely bring, you know, little activities and stuff for them to do. Explain to them where they're going, what's happening. explain to them, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going, calmly. Calmly. I put call me. Be prepared. And then always be prepared for worst case scenario. Tell people where you're going. Tell people what time you're going to be there. Let them know when you arrive. Latinos worry. So yeah. This is my video on traveling. I've been saving these specifically to show you guys. And hopefully this made sense. Okay? I'll see you guys next time. If you have any questions, let me know. If this helps you during travel, oh my god, let me know where you went. How did it go? What'd you do? What did you visit? Post your videos. I want to see. And I'll catch you guys next time, okay? Have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a good night. Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Hasta luego. Bye.